Hello everyone and welcome back to Pixlr. Today we're going to continue on with review of this online editor that's very similar to our Photoshop that we used the first semester. Hopefully going to have a little fun this week as well. I've already had Pixlr open. Remember the link is in the assignment along with the instructional video. Have them open side by side so you can pause the instructions and do it in Pixlr. We're going to go ahead and go back to our stock search in Pixlr, and I want you to have fun this week. Since we can't technically go to Fiesta this month, we're going to go ahead and adjust the color by adjusting the brightness and contrast, the hue and the vibrance. And again, this is nothing new. We've done it in Photoshop. You just might have to recall your memory a little bit and show you how to do it in Pixlr. All right, so I'm just going to do a search for Fiesta, Fiesta, and see what comes up. Now, keep it school appropriate, please. But I want you to have fun with it. So I'm going to scroll down and try to find a nice colorful image that we can kind of adjust the different things inside of Pixlr. Like this one right here. You don't have to use that one. You can if you want to. You can use this flag, something that's nice and colorful. Could use this one. If you don't like any of these, you can click on this blue load more, and it'll load more images. Here's another colorful one. There's another one as well. Again, but find one that you like. All right, and you can keep loading more until you find one that you like. I'm going to go ahead and go back up to this one right here and open it up. Remember, we always want to do a web for our purposes, apply. And the first thing I want to do is adjust the brightness and contrast. And remember, brightness refers to the overall lightness or darkness of the image. Increasing the brightness, every pixel in the frame gets lighter. Contrast is the difference in brightness between objects in the image. Increasing the contrast makes light areas lighter and dark area in the frame become much darker. So knowing that about the brightness and contrast, I'm going to go to my adjustment menu at the very top. And I click adjustment and I can make all these different adjustments. You can do more than what I'm going to show you, but try to do at least the ones that I'm going to go ahead and review. Again, we've done this in Photoshop before. So I'm going to go first to my brightness and contrast. You could do audio adjust and do audio adjust, but we're going to have fun kind of manipulating these different values manually. So when I go to brightness and contrast, I'm going to go ahead and increase the brightness just a little bit, but I'm going to give it more contrast and see how it's popping right now in the graphics. Kind of like it right there. Click apply. And remember, I can always go back to the original image by going in my history and going open image. There's the original, and there's the brightness and contrast that I adjusted. The next thing I want to do is adjust the hue and saturation. The hue and saturation command in Photoshop Elements enables you to adjust the colors in your image based on their hue, saturation, and the lightness. Hue is the color in your image. Saturation is the intensity or richness of that color. And lightness controls the brightness value. So going back into Pixlr, I'm going to go ahead and go back to my adjustment menu. And this time I'm going to go into the hue and saturation. You'll notice that I can do the hue, saturation, and lightness in these. I'm just going to adjust the hue and saturation since I've already kind of bumped up the brightness over here. In contrast, you can go ahead and see what that looks like, bumping it lower or higher if you wish. I'm going to go ahead and bump up the hue. Ooh, it's too much. Remember what the hue does. If you bump it up, it makes the dark colors darker. So I'm going to go ahead and right about there. And the saturation, I want to really make those colors pop. I don't want to saturate too much. There's no saturation, too much saturation. So I'm going to put right about there. Let's see how that looks applies. Okay, and you can compare it to what you did before and what you did after. And again, if you don't like that, you just go back to that step and redo the adjustment for the hue and saturation. But for the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and move to our last one, which is the vibrance. Now, the vibrance is is a smart tool which cleverly increases the intensity of the more muted colors and leaves the already well saturated colors alone. Sort of like fill light, but for colors. Vibrance also prevents skin tones from becoming overly saturated and unnatural. So this is good if you have somebody in the picture. We don't, but we're going to go ahead and increase the vibrance of our image. So I'm going to go back to my adjustment menu, go back to my vibrance, and I'm going to make that pop a little bit more by adjusting it. And you can see what it does if I turn it all the way down. And I'm going to go from 0 and I'm going to pop it up a little bit more right about there. Click apply. All right. So now I'm going to go back from the open image, adjusting the brightness and contrast, adjusting the hue and saturation, and finally the vibrance. So that image now really pops and those colors really stand out. Kind of, kind of makes that graphic a little bit more appealing to the eye, especially during fiesta. All right. So once I finish adjusting it, the 3 basic things that I told you about, you can go ahead and play with other adjustments. And remember, you could always edit, undo, or go back in your history and save the one that you're most proud of. Again, have fun with it, adjust it to see what makes those colors pop and make that graphic or improve that graphic. Once you're finished, go ahead and do a file, save like you normally do. And this time we're going to go ahead and call it adjusting colors. Same thing as the video in the Google Classroom. You can leave everything else the same. Just call it adjusting colors and click download. Goes into your downloads folder. If you're in Chrome, you can go ahead and click on show in folder and then drag out this one into your Google Classroom. Again, if you don't open it through Google Chrome, you can go to your File Explorer and then find your downloads folder because it's always going to go to your downloads folder, whether you're on PC or Mac. And there's the adjusting colors that I can drag in and upload into my Google Classroom. All right. Again, have fun, enjoy yourself, and remember, even though we're kind of quarantined, we could still remember the colorfulness of Fiesta Week and kind of create our own graphics celebrating in our own way. Take care, and I look forward to seeing your colorful graphics.